the registration, they tell you ahead of time when they're going to have the registration. Luba does. And I mean, it's like sold out in like 2 minutes. And they've gone to having 3 different size kits. One is $149, and you get this. Well, the first one I went to, you got this train case, and it was full of product, and you got several full items, and then a bunch of samples and that. And then the second kit is $50, and you just get a little makeup bag with some product, and then you get all the class and everything. And then the third one I think is like, I don't know, $10 or $15, and that you just get to participate. But this time they had so much trouble getting the kits out in time that some of the people didn't get their kits. You usually get them like the week before the class, and this time they had trouble. People weren't getting them. FedEx wasn't reporting it right on their website. And so, I mean, there were so many negative comments, and it's like, oh my gosh, the kit is way worth more than what you paid for it. I counted up like the product in it, and it was over $300 worth of product.
For $149.
Yeah. Wow. And you didn't, and then you get to watch the recording. So even if you didn't get your kit on time, you can still do it, like
yeah.
So but anyway, it was over $300 worth of material, product, and plus the case. You got this case. So it was really cool. But I mean, last month the class was, in the kit they got that new Bloom essence. Well, everybody got that, and so naturally, people are trying to buy it, and now it's out of stock forever. So that's why I took the class again, because I thought, well, I'm going to get a bottle of that essence. Well, this time they didn't have it. You got a bottle of Shir LeMay instead.
Oh, well,
jar. Yeah.
And we're going to talk about some of that stuff tonight too.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned it, because I mean, it was really good.
Yeah, good. Well, I went to one live beauty school, and it was an absolute awesome experience. And now, of course, they're doing the beauty schools. Are they doing them on Zoom?
No. It's in Facebook, and they have a separate group that is for that one. Because I went to one in July, and then I went to the one in October, and it's a separate group. And then you go in on the day of the class. You go in, and it's in there.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that, Judy. Yeah, I just think you get such great information, and you're with like-minded people in the beauty school. And what Sandy Rausch does is she actually invites some of her team members over to do the beauty school together. And then, so they watch it on TV, that she projects it on TV from her laptop or whatever, and they watch it together. And then they actually give each other facials and stuff afterwards. They use some of the products and go through it. So she does it a lot. And so she doesn't get the big case every single time. She might just, pay the $15. I think it's $15, and then you get that beauty school to watch. But she has most of the products at her house, and then the people can bring their products as well, and then they give each other a facial.
Yeah. Well, normally it's 2 days. The class is usually 2 days, but online, the virtual one is 4.5. It was 4.5 hours.
You still get a lot of great information.
Oh yeah. And you can watch it over. I mean, you can watch it for the next couple weeks. You can watch it again.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. And I actually added that to the recording, Judy, because it's about skincare, and it's about what Young Living has to offer us. And so I think we're just going to get started now. So thank you everybody for showing up, for joining us tonight. As you can see, I have a different backdrop if you can actually see me. I'm in my RV in Southern Illinois. Kenneth and I are enjoying each other's company in a very closed space. We like it. We're visiting some beautiful places down here. And I this RV is my tax deduction. Actually, I can have classes from here. I can have you know I can share my products with people in the RV park. We have a sign posted outside of our RV that says, "We are Young Living Distributors. Ask us about our essential oils," or something like that. Kenneth had it made. It's beautiful. It's varnished wood. So anyway, I'm sitting in my tax deduction. And I just wanted to say that tonight we're going to talk about healthy skin. And I did update my slides from the last time that I gave it, because there's so much personal care. There are so many personal care products that we couldn't even attempt to go through them tonight, or a number of nights, because we have so many products. But I'm going to cover some of the things that are important to me and the things that I use. And if you feel like you'd like to share something, maybe one of your favorites, I want to encourage you to do that. So my name is Cristina Campbell, and again, welcome to Healthy Skin. This is part of our Prevention Plus series, so that we can keep our skin healthy and our lifestyle clean. Okay, so Judy was just sharing with us the beauty school, and this is a picture of a group of women that were sitting behind me at my beauty school, my very first beauty school. And this was a live event. We actually went up to, I think it was north of Park City, Utah, and it was in a chalet, and it was just absolutely awesome. What we want to understand is that women have changed. Women have changed over the last 50 years, 100 years, 50 years. We have become very confident, very strong, very beautiful, and we love who we are. And the perspective of aging has changed for women as well. We don't age like we used to. We like to look young and feel vibrant, and we are acting much more vibrant and much younger than we did 50 years ago. When you would think of a grandmother 50 years ago, your own grandmother, for example, she didn't wear makeup in most cases. She, maybe did handwork, did a lot of baking, cooking, and cleaning, rocking the babies, the grandbabies. It's not like that anymore. I'd be hard pressed to make cookies for my grandsons, but because I'm a businesswoman. But one of the things that we are able to do is we're able to impart to our grandchildren, our confidence and our strength. And we can teach them how important it is to look for safe and effective products in our home. We can teach our lifestyle to our grandchildren, which has changed so much, and our children, of course. The women of today are very ingredient savvy. The educated women, they want clean personal care. They want clean makeup. They're sick and tired of all this breast cancer and all this ovarian cancer and all these illnesses that are coming from xenoestrogens and products that have a lot of toxins in them. Women have a choice and can be smarter about what they're putting on their faces. And we understand that we are actual beauties. We accept that. We relish that, and we stand in that belief that we are beautiful, that we are strong and confident. So what you're going to learn tonight is you're going to learn the importance of skin health. You're going to learn how bacteria and pathogens can affect your skin health and what causes inflammation and how it affects our skin health, and how to support our skin and how to relieve and heal skin conditions, and what role our elimination system plays in healthy skin. And I've had a lot of education in this area, because the reason I got into Young Living in the first place was because I had a severe skin disease. They don't really know what it is. They call it Gulf War syndrome, chemical toxicity, and it was not fun. So we will talk about that a little bit later. But you know that most of you know that the skin is the largest organ of the body, and it covers about 20 square feet of the body's outside surface. It's also our first line of defense against anything harmful substances, infections, dehydration. 15 to 20% of an average adult's total body weight is their skin. Wow. It provides physical, chemical, and biological barriers, and it regulates our body temperature, our blood storage. It gives us sensation through nerve endings in our skin. It helps with excretion when we sweat, and it helps in the synthesis of vitamin D from the sun when we're outside. So the skin, the structure of the skin basically has two parts, and you probably remember this. Learning this, I learned it the first time when I was in 6th grade. We have the dermis and the epidermis. And the epidermis was that thin layer composed of epithelial tissue. I remember learning those words and thinking, oh, these words are so cool. I'm very left-brained and I like words. This epidermis is found on the fingertips, the palms, and the soles. And it's a little bit thicker. The dermis is deeper, and it's a connective tissue. And our blood vessels, our nerves, our glands, our hair follicles, all of that is embedded in the dermal tissue. So skin cells are pushed to the skin surface, and old ones slough off an average of every 4 weeks. I was talking to Bonnie this morning, and she was telling me that she one of her friends to the aquarium here in St. Louis. And we haven't had an opportunity to go yet. We're hoping to go maybe when the kids come home around Thanksgiving or Christmas, because we haven't been there yet. And one of the things she was talking about was these fish that you can actually put your hands in the tank, and the fish eat all the dead skin cells off. She said it's amazing the difference your hands feel after you have. She says it's kind of tickly, you know, you put your hands in there and they kind of tickle you, but she says it's amazing. You just don't realize how much dead skin cells you probably have. And then these little fish, they're just dead skin cell cleaners. It's cool. So let's talk a little bit about skin disorders and skin damage. The first thing we're going to talk about is inflammatory allergens. Now, an inflammatory allergen can be external or internal. An external inflammatory allergen could be sunburn. Too much sun is going to cause an inflammatory reaction. Other things like poison ivy. Some people are sensitive to metals, especially things like nickel, or just very inexpensive jewelry. They'll get a rash, or they'll actually eat off the plating off the jewelry. That is an external inflammatory allergen. And so you might get an itchy rash. An internal inflammatory allergen is what I got when I was diagnosed with Gulf War syndrome. And this can be caused from diet. You know, if you're allergic to strawberries, for example, you might get hives, right? And there'll be little red itchy bumps. So some foods react differently to some people. Gluten can cause skin issues. Lactose intolerance can cause skin issues as well. And of course, internally, any kind of chemicals. If we absorb personal care products into our bloodstream, or cleaning products, or paint products, or yard chemicals, I know, again, I know this from personal experience. Rust-Oleum will cause me to break out just being around it. I don't have to paint myself with it. All I have to do is be around it, and it is absorbed into my lungs as I breathe it, which goes into the bloodstream. The same thing with yard chemicals like herbicides or pesticides, or what do you call that? Turf builder. Turf builder, it's a chemical. And I got a severe reaction from turf builder because I had my hand in the grass. And the thing is that the turf builder had been on the yard for over 2 months, and it had rained multiple times. And because the chemical is still in the soil, as I was weeding, I still absorbed some of that chemical. It doesn't just dissipate and go away. So, you know, it's kind of great to be the barometer that I am. I'm able to tell, you know, that there are chemicals around and in my environment, but not everybody is that sensitive. So you're absorbing these things and you're not having a reaction, but it's still causing, you know, you might not get an immediate inflammatory allergen reaction, but it's still causing issues in our bodies. Other contributing factors to inflammatory allergens are physical and emotional stress. And we know that to be true if we're under stress and we get hives. If we're under stress and we break out with...
Cristina, you went mute.
Huh. And I don't know why, because, oh, it says my internet connection is unstable. Can you hear me now? Okay.
Loud and clear.
Okay, good. I don't know. Maybe I just dropped for a minute, but thank you. Please keep me posted. Other contributing factors for these inflammatory allergens could be physical and emotional stress. You know that when you have a lot of stress, you can break out in hives, you can break out in, you know, pimples on your face. That can be caused by hormonal imbalance as well. Any kind of inner toxicity, maybe you've drank water that has not been pure, accumulation of irritants. The thing that we don't really think about much is that certain chemicals, even though they may be in small amounts in certain products, are cumulative. In other words, they build up in the system. I know that DDT was a really good example of that back in the 50s, before it was banned here in the United States. They were finding buildup of DDT in women's breasts, and they were finding it in breast milk, and they were finding that it was accumulating. And of course, if you accumulate enough toxins that it causes DNA damage, then you're actually perpetuating rogue cells, like in the case of cancer cells, or disease of one kind or another. So this accumulation of irritants, we need to be aware of this. Also, endocrine imbalance, which is hormonal imbalance, lack of proper hydration, and a compromised immune system. All of these things can contribute to inflammatory allergens. So let's move on. Psoriasis. Psoriasis is a non-infectious chronic skin disorder, and it shows up with flaky silvery scales at the skin surface, especially around the knees, the elbows, and the scalp. And it can occur on the scalp like dandruff, or it can cover up to 80 or 90% of the body. It's a very rapid growth of cells. So we have to be very, very aware of what we're exposing the external skin to and what we're exposing on the inside as well, that internal. You know, are we breathing in paint fumes that can cause a metabolic imbalance, which may trigger psoriasis? I mean, you know, we get a diagnosis with this kind of stuff at the clinic, or, you know, the doctor's office or whatever, or the dermatologist. And I'm here to tell you, through the experience that I've had, they don't know why you have it. They can say, oh, this is psoriasis. Here's a cream, or here's a steroid, or here's a salve. And the fact of the matter is they won't cure it. They can't, because they don't know for you and your body what is causing that symptom, that reaction. And I don't know either. I had to really, you know, I did the elimination diet. That's when I found out that gluten was just exacerbated my dermatitis, or whatever they decided to call it at the day. Chemicals, gluten, those were the main culprits for me. And you have to find that for yourself. But I will tell you this, that a Zyto scan, especially the elite, if you need to find who does an elite, it will help you to determine what is causing things like psoriasis. We're going to talk about other skin issues here, but we're going to talk about sun exposure, whether it's natural or artificial. The UVB rays can cause sunburn and result in tissue damage. You've got to be careful, especially if you're very, very light skinned. I will tell you this, that I go out and walk every single day, and I walk about an hour, at least an hour, hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, pretty much every day. And I'm out in the morning about the time the sun comes up to, you know, before noon. I'm done at like no later than 9 or 10 in the morning. And so I'm getting sun exposure, but I'm getting it when the rays aren't the highest in the sky. And my skin is used to it because I've been doing it. So I don't wear any sunscreen. I do use moisturizer, and we can talk about that. It's good to moisturize your skin. But the thing is you don't want to get tissue damage where you're out in the sun all day long and now you're burned and you're causing these oxygen-free radicals to be created because of the damage. And what they do is they disrupt the collagen and the elastic fibers in the skin. And the collagen in the skin is what keeps our skin from wrinkling. It's what keeps it hydrated and looking taut and nice. So you want all the collagen that you can get, especially when you're my age, right? The older you get, the lesser amount of collagen you're going to create. And I know that the beauty school that Judy just attended, they talk about collagen and collagen production. So Judy, if you have anything to add about collagen, please feel free. Okay, so these elastic fibers, or this collagen, excuse me, results in wrinkling and aging of the skin. And long-term exposure results in dilated blood vessels, age spots, freckles. Now I've had freckles my whole life. My grandmother was covered in freckles, and changes in skin texture. But we're talking about dark freckles that aren't natural to you. And it may cause photosensitivity caused by redness, itching, blistering, peeling, hives, and even shock. My daughter has a girlfriend that is allergic to the sun. She gets blisters from the sun.
My grandma is allergic to the sun. It can actually cause her to feel like she's not breathing.
Yeah, and it's caused from photosensitivity, which is too much exposure, maybe when she was small. So it's interesting. It's very interesting. So in the summertime, we want to make sure that we do protect our skin. And if I'm going to be out in the yard all day, this is in addition to my walking, then I'm going to make sure that I have Young Living's uh, mineral sunblock. And I love it. I absolutely love it. It moisturizes my skin. Um, it just keeps it really moist, and it doesn't dry out from the sun. So here's a recipe. If you want to take a picture of it with your phone, you can. But here's a recipe for making your own with Young Living essential oils. And I just, a lot of people want to make their own DIY, do it yourself. But I just love Young Living's mineral sunscreen. It is awesome. And so if I were to take the RV in the summertime when the sun was high and I knew we were going to be out backpacking or uh, trail walking all day long, I would most definitely put some kind of sunblock on because we really want to protect our skin. Here's a couple more recipes of making your own suntan oil and your own oil bug repellent. And our insect repellent, or I don't remember what they call it now, it too is very moisturizing to the skin, and I love it. And when I'm out in the garden, I'll put both of them on because, and actually, I was wearing a pair of black. I had gone out for my walk, so they were like yoga pants, I guess. And I was, and I'd come back from my walk, and I was working in the garden, and I got bit on my pants, on the leg of my pants. So I usually put the bug repellent on where my skin is open, I don't rub it on my pants. So this buffalo fly decided to bite my leg through my pants. And I'll tell you what, I had to put purification. That's the number one oil that I would use if I got bit. And when I get bit, purification, lavender, I had to do it a lot because that was he took a big chunk out of my leg. If you've ever gotten bit by a buffalo fly, they're horrible. So you can make your own bug repellent, or you can use Young Living's insect repellent that we already have made. All right, let's talk about eczema. This is an inflammatory disease. It occurs in skin creases, wrists, backs of knees, fronts of elbows, patches of red. It's blistering, it's dry, and it is extremely itchy. All the things that I was talking about in reference to psoriasis and what causes skin issues applies here as well. Watch what we're doing externally and watch what we're doing internally. What are we eating? What chemicals are we coming in contact with? What body care, personal care products are we using that could be causing problems? Acne is another skin issue. And this is an excess accumulation of dirt and sebum, oil produced by the hair follicle. You're getting more oil production during those teenage years than normal in the pores of the skin. And pores and hair follicles become congested. and bacteria begins to feed on the sebum. Inflammation and infection can result in the formation of a pimple or a blackhead around that hair follicle. And acne vulgaris is a common type of acne found amongst adolescents. So there's a couple of things that I recommend if you have adolescents. Number one, they need to wash their face frequently. They need to wash it in the morning if they've gone out to play basketball, or you know, they're walking through the park, they're taking the dog out for a walk or whatever, and they've been outside and sweating. They need to come in and wash their face again because they're exuding so much oil. Another thing that's really, really great is opening the pores by taking a pan of boiling water and then a few drops of Thieves or the Thieves foaming cleanser, the hand soap, the Thieves hand soap. Have them wash their face with the Thieves hand soap. Put a couple of drops of the Thieves essential oil in a pan of boiling water and put a tent over their head, you know, like a towel. And as those pores open, that antibacterial oil will cleanse those pores and heal anything that might be sore. Another thing you can do is, back in the day, we used to have what they called Stridex pads. Get those organic cotton pads and dampen it and put 1 or 2 drops of lemon oil. Now they want to do this at night before they go to bed and just wipe over to clean any residue off. I also want to recommend the black soap. The charcoal soap is really, really good for deep pore cleansing. And we're going to talk about things like the scrub, the mint facial scrub, awesome for kids with acne. This again just kind of gets that exfoliates and also gets the circulation going so that their skin is healthier. So these are some of the recommendations that I would suggest. Rosacea affects mostly light-skinned adults. It's usually in a T formation, the central area of the face, the cheeks, the nose, and it usually begins between the ages of between 30 and 60. It's redness with tiny little pimples and noticeable blood vessels. So when they diagnosed me with Gulf War syndrome and they diagnosed my skin issues, they called it rosacea, atypical eczema, atypical psoriasis, and atypical dermatitis. So in other words, they had no idea what it was. They couldn't put it in a specific category. They couldn't name it. All they knew was that the only thing that they had for it was topical steroids, oral antibiotics, and prednisone. And all of those things can make you even sicker. So it's not making it go away. This is the thing I want you to understand, that all of these things, the oral antibiotics are just going to destroy the bacterial flora in your gut. The prednisone is going to cause liver damage eventually. And the topical steroids is going to cause your skin to get thinner and thinner. And steroids are steroids. It's like prednisone. It's going to cause liver damage eventually. And we just can't afford to do that. What we can afford to do is to do an elimination diet, get a Zyto, find out what is it that's aggravating. Change out all of your personal care products, all the chemicals in your home, and start feeding your body the healthy stuff, the stuff that you really need to use to thrive. Because we're not thriving on chemicals. We're not thriving on drugs. We're not thriving on the foodstuffs that are available today. We're not thriving. And we want to thrive, don't we? Oops. Aging skin, again, collagen and elastic fibers begin to decrease in numbers around the late 40s. Decreased size of sebaceous glands lead to dry and broken skin. I will also tell you that hormones have a big part to play in dryness of skin. We need to be using natural estrogen producing essential oils like scleressence, lady sclerol, clary sage. All three of those are awesome for bringing moisture back into the skin and into the body. I would also encourage you to take BLM, Bones, Ligaments, and Muscles by Young Living. It has some of the best collagen 2 available on the market today. So if you're getting aging skin and you don't want it to age as quickly, start looking at supplementing your diet with BLM. We're going to talk about some other supplements like sulfurzyme, which is really important as well, because we want to continue to make new cells. And aging skin is thinner and the migration of new cells slows down considerably. If you're feeding your body what it needs and staying away from chemicals, you won't age as quickly. Also, aging skin, the production of sweat diminishes. I know that that's not true for me. And skin will heal more poorly and become more susceptible to pathological conditions as we age because we may have a compromised system. If you are borderline diabetic, you know, like a pre-diabetic, you're going to heal a lot slower. Your skin is not going to rebound. If you have a compromised immune system because of the air we breathe, the food we eat, and the water we drink, and the chemicals that we use on our bodies, we need to, again, eliminate the bad stuff and bring in a healthy lifestyle, and you won't age as quickly. You will not. Finger and toenails. Nails are hard keratinized epidermal cells, and you'll find that as you grow older, as you age, the growth of your nails will slow down. Your nails may become brittle due to dehydration. That's why it's so important to drink lots of water, and we're going to reiterate that later on. Also, repeated use of cuticle remover or polish can age your nails and dry them out, make them brittle. I actually quit doing all that stuff years ago. The toenail polish, just keep them healthy and they look beautiful. You can buff them, you can massage them with different kinds of oil, with animal scents, with rose ointment, with and just make your nails beautiful. That's how God made them. Naturally they're beautiful. You don't have to have all of that fake stuff on there. Let them breathe and have them be healthy. Now, I'm not judging if you wear nail polish. That's totally up to you. But just be aware that through years of doing this, it can discolor the nail and it can make it unhealthy. So if you're doing everything that you can to have a good foundation for that nail bed, for that cuticle, for those actual finger and toenails, and you want to wear nail polish, that is totally okay. It's just not something that I choose anymore. Nail fungus can leave the nail plate with a thickened yellow or cloudy appearance. We call this toenail fungus. That's exactly what we call it. And the nail will actually become rough and could be crumbly, or the nail will separate from the nail bed, actually separate from the nail bed. This is caused from a compromised digestive system. It's usually a systemic candida, and it's also caused from immune system suppression. Now, when I was on all of those medications for my skin, I ended up getting toenail fungus. And they wanted to put me on another drug called Lamisil, which was both oral and topically. But they said that they would have to check my liver enzymes every 3 months because it could cause additional liver damage. It would kill the fungus, but it would compromise other parts of my body. And I just said, you know what? I want to do this naturally. I want to find a way. And that's when I found Young Living and I found an answer and I got rid of my toenail fungus and I used Melrose. That's what I used specifically for my toenail fungus. In these winter months, lemongrass is very, very effective for toenail fungus. And because you're not showing your toes out in public, usually in the winter months, you won't mind so much that it will discolor your nails, but it will kill the fungus. And once the fungus is dead and those nails grow out, you'll have brand new toenails and they will be beautiful. But this is the key to using essential oils with nail fungus, whether it's your fingernails or your toenails, it doesn't matter. You must use that oil at a minimum twice a day. That's a minimum. So say you're a working woman, you get up in the morning, you take your shower, you put your Melrose on your toenail. You get dressed for the day, you go to work, you come home from work at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the evening, you change. This would be a good time to put some more Melrose on those toenails. And then before you go to bed at night, every night before you go to bed, put another application of the Melrose or lemongrass, whatever you're using to kill it. And you must be faithful with this and give it 6 months minimum. Well, actually, I would say that that's maximum. I was in my 40s when I found Young Living, I think about 45 or 46. And yeah, 46, I think. And it took 6 months. So if you're in your 80s, it may take a little bit longer for those toenails to grow out because they grow slower. But if you're in your 40s, your 30s, they're going to grow even faster. So, but check your digestive system, check your immune system, change your diet if need be, kill the candida in your gut, and you can do that a number of ways. Alkaline at night.
You went mute again.
Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear? Okay. Yeah,
Yes.
every time it goes mute, it says my internet connection is unstable. I apologize, guys. It could be the rain outside. But thank you so much for telling me. So anyway, I think I've beat that dead horse. The fact is that you need to build that gut. Oh, I was telling you, if you do have candida, alkaline, stay away from a lot of acid foods, eat more green leafies. Alkaline is a product by Young Living that you should take a teaspoon or 1 packet at night before going to bed. Also, what else will help alkalize? Taking capsules of lemongrass is good. You know, this is going to kill that bacteria. And read about candida. And they even have a candida diet you can check into. So science is only beginning to understand how synthetic chemicals actually affect our health and the health of our planet. I think we're getting it now. We are learning that even minute amounts of some chemicals can cause serious harm. Many of the thousands of synthetic chemicals used in consumer products have now been required to go through safety, have never been required to go through safety testing. So this is why it is incumbent upon us to read our labels. And if it's too much trouble, then just know that you can trust Young Living's skincare and anything that we put on our body is going to promote healthy skin and a healthy body. So one of the very first oil classes I ever gave talked about, this was a slide from that very first oil I gave at least 20 years ago. I was talking about natural versus synthetic. And we were talking about synthetic chemicals that are used to replace healing essential oils. Like you'll read or listen to an advertisement on television about Air Wick, air fresheners, or Glade plugins with real essential oils. Well, they're not. They're chemicals, they're made in a laboratory, and they're poisonous. And you don't ever want to plug them in or breathe them into your home. It seems that just about everything is being replaced by imitations, but these imitations are proving very harmful and even toxic to the human body. So let's take a look at what might be in your personal care products. And for those of you who are new to Young Living or have not been to one of these classes, there are a lot of chemicals out here, and I want to encourage you to look at the URL at the bottom of this screen. This one is safecosmetics.org, and you can look up some of these things. Also, I want to encourage you that if you are using a lot of over-the-counter personal care products, that you get a app on your phone called Think Dirty. It's called Think Dirty, and you can actually take the barcode, the QR code, and you can scan it, and you can see where it falls into how poisonous it is for your body. But I'm here to tell you, I wouldn't have those products in my home to begin with. If they had parfum in them, or benzoyl acetate, or phthalates, they wouldn't be in my home. And I'm going to tell you that parfum or fragrance is an immune system toxicant. It's a possible neurotoxin, which means that these are chemicals that are toxic to the brain. They can cause brain fog. They can cause brain damage. They can cause brain cancer. Do you really want to do that? Do you really want to use your favorite perfume from Chanel or wherever? And fragrance or parfum can contain between 10 and 300 different chemicals, many of which have never been tested for safety. Benzoyl acetate is a solvent hidden within fragrance. It's linked to pancreatic cancer, and it's easily absorbed into the skin, causing quick systemic effects. In other words, throughout the entire body. It can cause possible gastrointestinal, liver, and respiratory toxins, possible neurotoxins. And phthalates are hidden within fragrance as well and may cause sperm damage in men. In January of 2007, they found that the phthalates DEP and DEHP, which were banned from Europe, by the way, in each of 8 popular perfumes tested. So these things are in popular perfumes. We have the best perfume on the planet. It's called essential oils. Find a favorite, make a blend. Melissa Pepping has a wonderful perfume book out there that you can make your own men's colognes and ladies' perfumes. But I just use the oil of joy, or I use transformation, or I use believe. That's my perfume. All of the oils are my perfume now. If I want to feel real flowery, I'll put rose on, or just a hint of jasmine. You can't get any better than that. These phthalates are linked to hormone disruption, which can affect development and fertility. So stay away from the perfumes and the colognes because they have chemicals in them and they're poisonous. Also, deodorants and antiperspirants. If you're not using Young Living, There are compounds in there that are directly related to Alzheimer's. These aluminum chlorohydrate deodorants and antiperspirants, and we shouldn't be stopping our perspiration anyway. This is part of our human body. And if you are afraid of what other people think because you sweat, then I think you need to get some self-confidence courses under your belt. Aluminum, zirconium, and other aluminum compounds are found in deodorants and antiperspirants. And they control odor and they slow down the production of sweat. This is not good. It may also be linked to breast cancer because we're putting it right on those lymph nodes under our arms, close to our breasts. These compounds are probable neurons, possible nervous system, respiratory, and developmental toxins. And mineral oil, which has been put in Johnson & Johnson's baby oil from, for over 70 years now, is a human immune and respiratory toxicant. It can cause skin, eyes, and lungs to be irritated. It can cause system toxicity like cardiovascular system, digestive, and respiratory system toxicity. And some health problems can manifest as allergies because of mineral oil. Mineral oil also impairs the capacity to fight disease and repair damaged tissues in the body. And we put this on our babies. For more information on things like that, you can go to thecosmeticdatabase.com. Shampoos and conditioners. There's a story out there, and it's called Brittany's story. And I've shared it with many of you. And it was about a young girl who kept getting sick throughout the day. Actually, at the same time every day, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And they couldn't figure out what was wrong. They took her to the doctors. They wanted to do some gastrointestinal scope because she kept vomiting at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And she hadn't changed the way she ate. She hadn't changed anything. One day, her mother
I thought
decided.
it was 1 o'clock in the morning.
No, it was at school.
Ah, okay.
Because the nurse called her mother and she'd have to come and pick her up from school. So she kept her home from school the next day. But regardless of when it was, the fact is that they found, her mother decided to take a shower and use Brittany shampoo. And I think it was 8 hours later. And that's what Brittany was taking a shower at like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And the next morning, or was she taking a shower in the morning? I don't remember. But anyway, 8 hours later, she was getting sick, and her mother got sick 8 hours later. And they actually linked it to this shampoo, that this shampoo was causing her to vomit. It had irritating, toxic compounds in it. And some of these things like cocamide DEA and lauramide DEA, these are foaming agents in shampoos and bath products. And they're toxic to the human immune system. And they are cancer forming compounds. And we're wondering why cancer is so prevalent. When we begin putting these types of compounds on our babies at birth through using Johnson & Johnson's baby products. Now, I know that Young Living has had a difficult time keeping up with all the baby wipes, or the linen spray, but stock up when you can. And then when, get some DIY recipes off the internet using the Young Living oils and maybe the unscented bath gel, and start making some of your own things. It's doable. It can be done. Stay away from these things like formaldehyde and the sodium lauryl sulfate, which has been directly related to loss of hearing and loss of eyesight. Sodium lauryl sulfate is in every foaming bath soap, shower gel, shampoo on the market, except Young Living. Sodium lauryl sulfate was even in Tom's natural toothpaste. And this is supposed to be all natural. And yet they put SLS in it. It's very difficult to trust any company anymore. I'm sorry to say. You can check more of this kind of stuff out at www.teensturningreen.com. Teensturningreen.com.
We've lost you again,
Oh, thank you.
Christina.
Okay, just give me a thumbs up when you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up when you can hear me. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me yet?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. Yeah, it's just unstable internet. But what I was saying is you can see more of this on teensturningreen.com. And, you know, just realizing that this stuff is out there, this stuff is poison, and we need to keep it away from our children, ourselves, and our grandchildren. Same thing with body washes and soaps. Triclosan has been directly related to, it's a cancer causing agent. It's a endocrine disruptor and cancer causing. Coal tar, it is known as a human carcinogen, a skin and respiratory toxicant. And a lot of natural places, you know, natural products will tout things like, oh, coal tar was used 50 years ago, so it was a natural product, but yet it's not healthy for us, and we need to be aware. These chlorides, they may trigger asthma and allergies. They're also toxic to the immune system and can cause endocrine, brain, and nervous system disruptions. We do not need these things in our homes. We know that Young Living is something that we can trust. We are stewards of nature's living energy, and we have a seed to seal promise that tells you we're not going to send anything to your home that has been compromised in any way. We test everything. We do our own distillation. We cultivate our own plants, and we seal it and we send it to you. You can trust Young Living. So some of the things that we like to use for our skin is the ART skincare system. And right now, this skincare system, the package that you get, the foaming cleanser, or the purifying toner, and the day moisturizer, is out of stock, but it is supposed to be in stock in November. So if this is something that you want to get, it's going to be in stock in November. I want to say that this ART moisturizer, intensive moisturizer, is some of the best moisturizer I've ever used. I absolutely love it. And all you do is you take the cap off and you push down on the inside plastic disc, and it comes out of a little bitty hole in the center of the container. It's kind of unique. And then you just kind of wipe it off and then put it on your skin. I love this ART skincare. I love the foaming cleanser. It's gentle, doesn't strip your skin. The toner has got peppermint oil in it, and it removes any impurities. This is also good for teenagers if they have, you know, acne, or they look like they're getting any acne. This is a great one. And then they have a lighter moisturizer as well. So I love this ART skincare system. And here are a couple of testimonials. Sarah Summerfield says, I've had acne my whole life, and the ART skincare has cleared my face better than any face cleaner I've ever used. It is also working well on clearing my scarring. So I would recommend the ART kit to all ages. Now, the reason that it works on scarring is because it has frankincense in it. And all of our skincare products have oils like frankincense and myrrh. And I'm going to give you a list of all the oils that are in the Bloom products, and you're going to be just amazed at, you know, what wonderful, healthy skin producing oils are in there. Sandy Fox from Mountain Home, Arkansas says, I've been using Art Skincare for several years now. And I began because I had very aged looking skin on my upper chest from several serious sunburns right there in that V area of the blouse. And that V looked wrinkled and brown next to the healthy unburned skin. Her dermatologist said that it would always be discolored, but she was using her art, and after 3 months, her skin was softer, less wrinkled, and of a smoother color. It blended smoothly with the rest of my skin, and of course, my face had fewer wrinkles, and the scars of earlier acne were gone. Again, it's because it's rebuilding collagen. We're not using chemicals, and the oils are oxygenating to the skin and so health producing. She went on to say that her husband had some bumps on his face, and since his mother had suffered from skin cancers, she was a little bit worried. So she had no idea what those irregular bumps were, but after using art for 3 months, 3 of the 4 bumps were completely gone, and the last one was diminished and much less noticeable. So men can use art skincare as well. Men have to wash their face. They might as well use something that's healthy. We also have the Art Orchid Serum and the face mask and the skin brightening moisturizer of the Sheer Lume. And I love the Sheer Lume. One of the things that I have to tell you about Sheer Lume is if you have like a bump that maybe has something in it, but you can't seem to get it out, you use Sheer Lume and you rub Sheer Lume over that every day, it will eventually come out. It did it for my mother and it's done it for me. It's real good at getting, you know, like whiteheads out or blackheads out, and just cleansing the pores. I don't know how it does it. It's got to be the oils in there. It is really, really great for your skin. All of these products are great. Sarah, my oldest daughter, loves the Art Serum because it really does keep her skin from ever getting whiteheads. So she wouldn't be without it. And she says, I know it's expensive. It's about $75 for a tube, but it lasts a while because you just use one little pump and it spreads all over your face. And it really is hydrating and boosts the collagen as well. I love the serum. So again, men want great skin too. So having them use these products, you know, introduce them to the men in your life. So we're talking about wrinkles and reversing that, and brown spots on our hands can be diminished with using art. And here's a before and after picture. What art has the ability to do is to deliver DNA recovery enzymes and essential oils to help to stimulate the production of collagen and elasticity, to help smooth and plump and soften the skin. If you're using any other, non-young living product, you need to realize that this stuff is amazing. This is a system that restores youthful looking skin. Amazing stuff. And here's the Bloom skincare set. Have you ever tried the Bloom products? The Bloom Brightening Skincare Collection is the secret to radiant, glowing skin. This collection is for all ages and for all skin types. So maybe one time you want to try the Art Skincare, and then another time, this is what I do. When I'm out of my art, instead of reordering art, I will order Bloom. I already have it ordered. It's in my bathroom, so that when I run out of my art, I will replace it with my Bloom. And so I use it, you know, in and out. And the stuff lasts so long that I have yet to open my bloom. But I do want to tell you that it is great for offering instant and long-term skincare benefits. We've heard about it from Young Living, from many, many women who have used this product. This too is a 3-part skincare collection. It has the cleanser, it has a brightening essence, and then it has a brightening moisturizer. So the brightening essence is maybe what you would think of as the toner. And these products work together to help with hydration, with a glow and radiance, as well as improved texture, dark spot reduction, and smoothing of the skin. They use the most advanced natural brightening ingredients. The Sheer Lume brightening technology is on all 3 products, is in all 3 products, and contains a variety of beneficial natural active ingredients that work to visibly brighten your skin, restore the appearance of even skin tone, and reduce the appearance of dark spots and leave the skin radiant and glowing. The Bloom system also contains the following hand-picked essential oils. Look at this wonderful list. Blue cypress oil. Carrot seed has always been touted for liver health and skin health. Clove seed. Clove is antioxidant, so it's going to destroy free radicals and it's going to boost skin cell production. It has Davana. It has geranium, jasmine. Jasmine has always been touted for beautiful skin. The Royal Hawaiian sandalwood, sacred frankincense, and spearmint oil. These are oils that are all in the Bloom skincare set. We also have other moisturizing creams. Some of these may be your favorite already. The Boswellia wrinkle cream. This is a collagen builder. This minimizes wrinkles and contains the essential oils of frankincense, sandalwood, myrrh, geranium, and ylang ylang. Then we have the sandalwood moisturizer. This is a heavier moisturizer that you would only use at night. It promotes younger, healthier skin and contains essential oils of myrrh, sandalwood, lavender, rosemary, and verbena. And then we have the wolfberry eye cream, which reduces puffiness, dark circles, and it promotes tightening. And you only need a very, very small amount. And it contains essential oils of lavender, rosewood, Roman chamomile, frankincense, and geranium. These are some of our additional anti-aging skin creams. There's no excuse for using anything on the market today that's not natural. We have it all. Here's the satin facial scrub, the mint. We used to have a juniper many years ago, but you know, like some of the products, maybe they didn't get, you know, they weren't flying off the shelf. People weren't teaching about them. People didn't know about them. And when we don't have the buying, they just drop the product from their inventory. We don't want that to happen. I love this satin facial mint scrub. It is an exfoliator and it can be used as a deep cleansing mask. You can actually put the facial scrub on dry skin and let it set for about 30 minutes and then jump in the shower or just wash it off, you know, at the sink, because it nourishes, it cleans, it stimulates without damaging. This is great for kids with acne, or if you have adults onset acne as well. I just use it because sometimes my skin gets dry and I want to get those dry skin cells off. So I exfoliate with the mint scrub. I keep mine in the shower all the time. Mine is in the shower all the time. So it's refreshing, it's revitalizing. That mint just kind of wakes your face up. It's stimulating. It contains MSM, which is found in sulfurzyme, which is really good for skin, hair, and nails. It has antioxidant vitamins in it and other botanicals. Love this stuff. We have a variety of shower gels. A lot of people are not familiar with our shower gels. You can use them in the bath as well. Just to squirt in the bath. It disperses essential oils to unlock full effects of the aromatherapy bath. There are natural botanical ingredients in our shower gels for cleansing the pores, and they soothe and nourish our skin, relaxes, energizes, or uplifts depending on the oil mixture that you're getting. So for example, Morning Start, this was one of Gary's favorites. And it has lemongrass in it, and it has rosemary. It has the things that are gonna wake you up in the morning. And so this is great to have in the shower. And you need such a small amount of it. It lasts forever. Another one is Evening Peace, which is out of stock right now. But I think it's supposed to come in stock like at the end of this month. Near the end of it. Well, we're at the end of this month, but it should be in stock any day now. An Evening Peace is great to take a bath in. I put about the size of a nickel in my bath. And if I put I have a jetted tub, when I put my jets on, I have copious amounts of bubbles. If you want bubbles. If you don't, you just want to use it as a bath gel and wash with it. Put just a tiny amount on your washcloth and wash with it that way. And you can use Evening Peace if you take an evening shower. Sensation is really a great couples bath gel. Love it. It's if you want to smell especially sensual before you go to bed, you know, want to get that arousal up, Sensation would be a good choice. Dragon Time is really good for that time of the month when you might be cramping. We have a shower gel or a bath gel. You can soak in this. This is great. I cannot tell you how many kudos we have gotten from women who have had discomfort during their menstrual cycles, and Dragon Time has come to the rescue. Not only the bath gel, but we have the oil, the massage oil, and we have the essential oil blend of Dragon Time. We also have an unscented bath and shower gel, and you hear me talking about that all the time because I like to put my own oils in my bath gel. You know, my own fragrances. I might want to put Magnify Your Purpose in there, and I can with my non-scented bath gel. We also have hand and body lotions. We have a couple of different hand and body lotions. We have a new one coming out in November called Winter Nights. We have lavender hand and body lotion. We have Genesis, which is one that we've used for years. And we have Sensation. But I'm really looking forward to this Winter Nights. It's a new formulation. And it will be in the Christmas catalog, which will be available. I believe it's November 9th. We also have the Lavaderm Cooling Mist. This is great for making your skin feel refreshed if you've been working hard and you just need a nice little spritzer. This also assists in healing minor burns, abrasions, dry skin, and skin irritations. It contains highly purified concentrate of aloe vera gel, lavender oil, and it helps to reduce the formation of scar tissue and soothes and regenerates stressed skin. These are the things we should be putting on our skin. We should be feeding our skin and nourishing our skin. Oh, okay. So we have lavender mint shampoo and conditioner, and we have Copaiba vanilla shampoo and conditioner. The Copaiba vanilla shampoo and conditioner is out of stock right now, but it should be in stock in November, I believe. And this is for very dry, damaged, possibly colored hair. Sometimes coloring our hair will be get it to be a little brittle. This is good for real tight curly hair. So coarse, dry, curly, damaged hair, that's Cobaiba vanilla. That's what you should be using for moisturizing damaged hair. The other shampoo is, and I got a picture of it later on, I guess, is the vanilla mint. And that's what I use for my hair type. I use vanilla mint and I use the lavender shampoo. So we have, I said vanilla mint. I'm sorry. I use the lavender mint and the pure lavender shampoo. We have 2 lavender shampoos. One has mint. And again, I rotate those out. Once one bottle is empty, I have a backup in my cabinet in the bathroom. I get that out and I rotate like that. I don't ever run out of shampoo because I always have 1 or 2 bottles in my cabinet. And that's how you should plan as well. So that when we do go out of stock on something, you have a backup. There's nothing wrong with having 2 or 3 bottles of shampoo in the cupboard, waiting for you to use it. And when you get down to 1, order a couple more. But the lavender mint shampoo is good for finer hair, oily hair, hair that you need to give a little body to. That would be the lavender mint or lavender shampoo. I wanted to talk to you about sulfurzyme because sulfurzyme creates beautiful skin and hair and nails from the inside out. As you feed your body good, healthy MSM and the wolfberry, which is high in vitamin C, it will support your skin, hair, nails, and joints. Sulfurzyme is a natural pain reliever. It reduces inflammation. So if you have skin issues like psoriasis or eczema, you want to make sure that you're feeding your body sulfurzyme. It will also support the immune system. This is the #1 supplement for skin and hair. #1. So you either take the powder and put it in your Ningxia Red, or you take the capsules. Either or, just get it in the body. And I recommend 3 capsules in the morning and 3 capsules at night, unless you have pain. And if you have pain, I recommend up to 6 capsules in the morning and 6 capsules at night. I've told you quite a bit about my skin. So this is my testimonial. I use 2 heaping teaspoons of sulfurzyme every day in 2 to 3 ounces of Ningxia Red juice, and my skin stays almost flawless. I mean, honestly, I haven't had a breakout in so long, I can't tell you. Knock on wood, thank you, grateful. But I've learned how to take care of my skin through using Young Living products, both internally and externally. Here are some of our AromaGuard deodorants. My favorite is the Mountain Mint, but we now have Valor deodorant. We have CitraGuard, which is a citrus deodorant, and we have a Cinefresh, which is a cinnamon deodorant. We have Mountain Mint, but it is out of stock, and I don't know if it's going to come back in. I prefer the Mountain Mint. I mean, Meadow Mist, excuse me. Meadow Mist is out of stock, and I don't know when it's going to come back in. I prefer Mountain Mint. I've had a lot of good testimonials on the Valor deodorant that they like that. So find the one that works for you. There's no propylene glycol. There's no toxic aluminum salts in any of our deodorants. I think it smells like perfume when I use my Mountain Mint deodorant. All natural ingredients. Animal Sense ointment is something that's really good for your heels. If you have cracked, dry heels, you can put this on at night. You can wear a pair of socks at night, and in the morning, your heels will be amazingly, miraculously softened. This stuff is amazing stuff. But you can also use it for minor skin irritation. I use it for chapped lips if my lips get dry. You can use it for abrasions. I've used it on bug bites where the skin has gotten dry around it. I use either animal scents or rose ointment. Both of them work really, really well. And there is a testimonial here, but we'll just move on. Also, you may not know about the dry skin serum, but they do talk about it at the beauty school. And it is a serum that helps protect, strengthen, and improve the appearance of the skin. The dry skin formula moisturizes and nourishes dehydrated skin. This beauty serum for dry skin improved my eczema. This is a testimonial by Sandra Hendrick out of Georgia. It improved her eczema. It contains the essential oils of cedarwood, blue cypress. You're seeing blue cypress in a lot of skincare. Lavender, myrrh, clove, and sandalwood. This is the dry skin serum. And of course, lavender essential oil has been called the Swiss Army knife or the universal oil. It's good for supporting healthy skin conditions, may prevent things like acne, eczema, psoriasis, scarring, stretch marks, bug bites, and burns. It promotes tissue regeneration, speeds wound healing. It is awesome. It is awesome. Another great one for combating excess sebum on the skin. So this is great for teenagers. Have them put it on a cotton pad with a couple of drops of water and just go over the face. This is good. Frankincense really does support healthy skin as well. And so I add lavender and frankincense to any of my already natural skincare products that I get from Young Living. I just bump it up. We know that frankincense was the holy anointing oil during the time of Christ, and it was used to treat every conceivable ill known to man. It supports and stimulates the limbic portion of the brain, which produce vital hormones, including thyroid and growth hormones. Frankincense also improves attitude and uplifts the spirits. So with that multifunctional oil, why would we not be putting it on our skin anywhere? Rub it on your stomach, put it in your skincare, anoint your head, let it drop from the bottle right on the crown of your head to open up that crown chakra. Put a couple of drops in the palm of your hand and just breathe it in. This is a phenomenal oil. I talk about Carolyn Watts in the Oils of Ancient Scripture class too. But when she moved to Doha in the Persian Gulf many years ago, she became very interested in the oils of ancient scripture because of, the history and everything there. But after a few months of her being in that hot, dry weather, she's very light complected and her hair is very much like mine. It's oily and not as thick and straight, but it became brittle and dry. That dry, arid heat just did a number on both her skin and her hair. So she made up a recipe, and it was of a half a cup of olive oil. And to that recipe, she added 5 drops of myrrh, 5 drops of sandalwood, 5 drops of cedarwood, and 5 drops of spikenard. Now you can't get spikenard anymore, but you can swap it out for maybe some cistus, Rose of Sharon. That's in the Oils of Ancient Scripture kit, but you can also get it singly. And she would put this on her hair, and this combo on her hair, and she would leave it on for about 2 hours. And then she would shampoo it, and she could not believe the difference. Her hair was soft again, and so she became regimented with this, and she would do it once a week. She would put this treatment on her hair. Her hair had stopped falling out. It became thicker. It was just amazing. So I wanted to include it in this as well, because she said, as for my skin, myrrh and spikenard are a great addition to her art skincare for the extra moisture. I'm so grateful for Young Living oils. And here's the rose essential oil and the rose ointment. And this is an anti-inflammatory oil. It's used for skin conditions such as scarring and wrinkles. It has a fragrant influence that creates a great sense of well-being. It's deeply nourishing to the skin. And rose ointment is ideal for those cracked heels, for dry skin, for cracked lips, and especially for applying over essential oils to seal them in. So for example, if you had a wound and you wanted to put a drop of lavender over that cut, you could seal it in with a little bit of rose ointment. It's kind of like a natural barrier, and it holds that in so it can do its work. So I want to wrap up by going through a little 90-day healthy, beautiful skin plan with you. And the first thing that I would recommend, of course, is to make sure that you're a member. Is there anyone on here tonight that is not a Young Living member? And if you aren't, I want to highly encourage you to get in touch with the person that invited you to this class tonight. And if it was me and you got an email from me or you got a text from me, just email me back or text me back and we will connect, because you want to be able to receive all of your products at wholesale. And you can do that by actually purchasing the Desert Mist Premium Starter Kit, where you get 11 or 12 bottles of oil now, 24% discount on all your Young Living products. You get oils like frankincense, and I mentioned thieves tonight for acne. There's lemon oil in here. There's lavender. So many great oils for skin, but then we have other oils for digestion and respiratory support. Just so much in this kit, something for everything. This is the best starter kit you can start with. And then make sure that you sign up for our Essential Rewards program, because on our Essential Rewards program, everything that you buy, including your first kit, your kit can go on your Essential Rewards, and then you're going to get a rebate automatically on your first order. You're going to get 10% rebate for the first 4 months of ordering. Another thing, anything $100 or more, you're going to get free shipping, and the kit is $165. So you'll get free shipping and you'll earn 10% rebate to spend on other products. Yeah, it says reduce shipping, but for a $100 order or more, you're going to get free shipping if you choose economy shipping when you check out. So Essential Rewards and your kit. The next thing is, here are some suggestions for your Essential Rewards order. The Art Skincare System. Again, this is out of stock right now. So this might be an order that you make in November, because it's going to be back in stock in November. And it includes the light moisturizer, the purifying toner, and the gentle foaming cleanser. Love that. Another suggestion might be you want to try the lavender mint shampoo and conditioner. Here's a picture of it. And you might want to add the Buswell wrinkle cream. Remember I told you that it boosted the production of collagen in the face. So you're not going to have as many wrinkles. And it's going to stop wrinkles from being produced. Another suggestion for Essential Rewards, and this would be a great gift set. This would make a great gift basket around Christmas. If you want to start getting your gift baskets together early, because we did have kind of a faux pas for our holiday launch, and it is what it is. But in this collection, you can get a foaming hand soap, a lavender. This is a lavender collection. A lavender foaming hand soap, a Lavaderm spritzer, a lavender lip balm, a lavender oatmeal bar soap, a 15 ml bottle of lavender oil, maybe a bottle of lavender bath and shower gel or the lavender hand and body lotion, or you can get the lavender shampoo. This is different from the lavender mint shampoo. It comes in a bottle that looks just like this. As a matter of fact, this says shampoo on this bottle, and then this one is the hand and body lotion. So put together a great little gift pack for one of your favorite relatives. This is a great Essential Rewards order. So put these things on, get them, make a basket, and what a great gift. As we close, I want to go over 5 tips for healthy skin. Good skincare includes sun protection and gentle cleansing. That's why I love the Art Gentle Cleanser and the Bloom Cleanser as well. Both of these are very gentle. They can keep your skin healthy and glowing for years to come. Number 1, protect yourself from the sun and avoid the sun between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. See, unless I'm out in the garden, I'm already out of the sun by 10 a.m. But now if I do a lot of yard work, I will be out there, and that's when I put my sunscreen on. Number 2, treat your skin gently. Practice dry brushing, and I've done this. You want a boar bristle brush? You can Google search on Amazon for dry brushing, and you can get some beautiful boar bristle brushes. These are very, very good for stimulating circulation, increasing exfoliation, and increasing new cell reproduction. Also, monitor your water temperatures. You don't want too hot a water. It'll be drying to your skin. Avoid all harsh chemical soaps. Pat, dry, and moisturize. Number 3, eat a healthy diet. Number 4, manage your stress. Learn to meditate. Number 5, hydrate by drinking 8 to 10 glasses of pure filtered water per day. Welcome to Young Living, enjoying radiant, healthy skin. I'm going to quickly stop my share. I'm going to look at anything in the chat. If anyone has a question that they would like to ask while we're still on.
Christina, I do.
Yes, Judy.
Okay, when you were talking about, one of the things was, you were saying to use alkaline.
Yes, if you have candida. Because,
Candida, yeah. Okay, that's what it was.
yeah.
Okay, well, the EODR, it has in there, because I had got some of that alkaline, but it had a caution in there, not recommended for sodium restricted diets or for individuals with high blood pressure.
Yeah,
Why would that?
because it has sodium bicarbonate.
Oh,
It has sodium bicarbonate. So I would take capsules of lemongrass if you have candida. And I would look up the candida diet. So, that's going to restrict your sugar intake because sugar feeds candida.
right. And then the other thing I read somewhere that if you have color treated hair, that lavender would strip the color. Have you heard that?
I have not.
Because I was like, I ordered a different one because I read somewhere about that. So I didn't want to get the lavender and take a chance.
Yeah. Well, if we ever get together again, Judy, I'll give you enough lavender shampoo to take home as a sample, and you can see if it affects the color at all.
Okay.
You might want to use it, maybe before you go in for your next color.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't use it immediately after I just got color, because then you got all those weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I ended up getting a different one. So,
Did
you
you
know, I think I got the Copaiba vanilla or something.
Yeah, that's moisturizing for colored hair.
You're mute again. You're mute.
Okay, tell me if you can hear me. Tell me if you can hear me.
I'm missing what you're saying.
Must be unstable. Can you hear me yet?
Okay. Yeah, now I can.
Okay, yeah, I was yeah, every time it says your internet connection is unstable. So, yeah, I think we were just saying the Copaiba vanilla is probably best for you.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Okay, any other?
I have a
Oh,
question, Christina. It's Nancy.
yeah,
I wanted to know the 3 oils that bring moisture back to aging skin. You said clary sage, and there were 2 other ones.
Square essence.
scleressence and lady sclerol. All
Okay.
of those are going to produce more, the phytoestrogens. And estrogen,
Okay.
lack of estrogen causes very dry skin. Nancy, you are also asking the lavender collection, where can I find that? Each
Yes.
item is purchased individually.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a group. Okay.
Well,
Thanks.
it was many years ago. In fact, I had to
Yeah.
each one of those pieces separately, but now they don't have the collection anymore.
Okay. I'm trying to buy some of these collections of things and then give them out to people for Christmas and other gifts, you know,
Absolutely.
like a little bit to each one. Like I bought some of the lip balms that I'm going to give each family of like 3 or 4 people, 10 of those lip balms.
Oh yes. Oh yes. So they're not available. Oh, you got some of your
I
stuff.
got the Christmas ones, yes.
Oh, you were a lucky dog.
Oh,
You.
you need some?
Oh, wait, I'll be putting in a huge order come November.
I thought that'd be a nice gift to give a family. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I love that vanilla mint lip balm in there. At the Christmas time is the only
I haven't tried it yet.
that's the only time you can get that. So
Oh,
you can't get it any other time of the year. And
okay.
we hoard that stuff. That stuff is awesome.
I love the chocolates. I got very
Ooh.
sad when I found out that it was only a Christmas thing. I was like, oh man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I don't know. I haven't seen I haven't looked through the entire catalog, so I don't know if there's chocolate there this year or not. Okay, anybody else got a question or comment? All right, I'm going to stop the recording.